Used a lot of highlighter today, can you tell? I'm like a diamond. So, I guess this is the look I'm going with today. Hey everyone, it is Lolita Hayes, the Vintage Starlet, and I am back at it today with a hair tutorial. I know in my last video I said I don't like the term tutorial, and that is still true. However, the reason why I'm using the term tutorial today is because I am going to try this vintage setting pattern. So I decided to obviously start out with something completely easy and not elaborate looking at all, because why not? I am going to fully attempt to do this not knowing if I have the right haircut, which I'm guessing I don't. I found this image online and thought, I can do that. We're gonna find out if I can in fact do that. So let's learn a little bit about the feather bangs by Betty Reeder of Betty Reeder Salon of Beauty in Pasadena, California. Here is a banged feather bob that is sure to win the hearts of level-headed youngsters. Well, I obviously should not be trying this hairstyle out because I am far from a youngster now. Level-headed youngsters who know the secret of combining good looks and hard work with no dire effect on either. Totally describes me. This pretty style is worn by the vivacious Frances Guilford, Paramount player, cast in American Empire. The crisscross is as gay as any young head could wish and is formed so simply that it can easily be recombed. Sleek side wings are an effective foil for the fluffy bangs. For more frivolous moments, this style will lend itself particularly well to the addition of perky little bows or flower ornaments, aka put stuff in your hair to hide all the mistakes. Fashion-wise, Miss Guilford is one of the many in the Hollywood colony who have adopted the shorter hair mode and are delighting in its styling possibilities and practical, ready-in-a-jiffy neatness. Show of hands who thinks that this style is not going to be a ready-in-a-jiffy.
Figure 1. Two side parts originating at the temples extend from the hairline to the crown on the diagonal, meeting at a point 1 inch
Well, that's very specific.
behind the crown in a V.
So just deal with it because this is how I'm separating my hair.
All the hair in the section is wound in curls. Those in the front 3 rows are turned downward and clockwise. Those in the foremost row are placed over the forehead. Remaining ringlets, which fit into the back of the section, are turned upward and counterclockwise.
I am getting an arm workout. Oh, it's so hot up here. Oh, finally, so done. All I know is that my arm is killing me and it's freaking hot, and that took a really long time to do that. I would say half hour.
Figure 2. The hair in the side sections is swept back into 2 rows of upturned curls extending from the part to the ear. The opposite side is arranged in a similar manner.
So the sides are as good as they're gonna get. I know that the sides do show 6-pin curls and 6-pin curls, but I did not have enough hair or patience to do that. I opted just to do 3 and then 1 because the point of these pin curls is to form it so it's easier to form into the side rolls of the final product. And since I'm familiar enough with doing side rolls, I just kind of went with it. I am going to cheat a little bit. I really don't want to. That's a lie. I absolutely 100% want to cheat on the back. And that's what I'm going to do. So I find that my trusty perm rods give me a very similar, if not exact same effect that pin curls give on the back of the hair. So I am going to go ahead and do that instead of the actual pin curls, but I'll still be following the correct directions. There are 3 rows of counterclockwise pin curls, so I'm going to go ahead and do that by rolling the perm rods underneath instead of up. I'll go underneath, and I will attempt to get 3 rows out of that.
Figure 3. The back hair is swirled in a low shadow wave ending in 3 rows of upturned counterclockwise curls. In dressing out the back, the top strands are crossed to accentuate further the V-part formation. Cross strands are held securely by hair retainers. The nape ends are combed out loosely in fluffy ringlets.
Okay, hands down, this took a really long time. I'm gonna add maybe like a third of the time due to the fact that I'm trying to make sure that I'm within the camera. And if I was doing this just by myself alone, it may have been a little bit quicker, but even still, it took me an hour to do this, and that was with cheating with the perm rods, which are super fast, super quick. So it probably would have taken an hour and a half had I done the pin curls instead. We don't even know if this is gonna turn out. So I am going to go ahead and do some of my chores, do my laundry, clean, cause it's a Saturday and laundry, yay. I'll check on you later today after I let it set like this for a few hours. Funny story, prior to this moment right now, when I was deciding to do this set, I thought it was a great idea. Did my pin curls, got my hair all done. And then when I came to sit down to finish this and do the brush out and the styling part, I realized there's no more directions. I don't know what else to do. There was no page 2 that I know of. Maybe there was originally. But when you find these pictures online, yeah, now we really are going to figure this out together. And because my photo is on my computer, let's just dive in, shall we? Okay, first thing I'm gonna do, and I'm already seeing a problem, which is a little disappointing. So I am going to take out my pin curls one at a time. Okay, that took nearly as long to take those pins out as it did to put them in, so it felt like. Now I'm gonna take out the side ones, which I said were for those side rolls, and I just want to get those out of the way so that when I do try to do a brush out, they don't get caught in my hair. Now when I was setting these, they dried actually fairly quickly. I didn't have to go under the bonnet dryer, which I thought I was going to have to do, but I didn't need to, so I'm going to finger unroll these gently so that the tippity tips don't get knotted, because they are really tight. Amazing, huh? All right, so let's try to brush this out. I'm gonna brush these back since these were all back. And then I guess just brush these all back. I'm gonna use this brush instead to really get through those curls. So it looks like I have a big frizzy Orphan Annie mess at the moment. Maybe even a peppermint patty thing happening here. Okay, so what I can tell you is that it's all gonna be brushed forward to accentuate that V from earlier, remember? That V. Okay, well, now I can go back to the 70s. I have to figure out how to get this wave in. There was a natural wave in here, yes? What do we got here? My hair may be way too thick for this. Ooh, 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 look. Look, we got something happening right here. You see it? Oops. Well, let me put these back real quick and we'll work on this. Okay, we got something here. We got a little something here. I wish I had that picture readily available. Okay, see how I'm shaping that in? And all of this wave is starting to go this way? That's good, we want that. Remember, this is one of those in a jiffy styles. So next, we'll do another layer. So let's pull this back. We're going to keep whatever's happening here. We're now going to let this take shape. In a jiffy, they said. Now, I don't want it to roll too much under itself. This long piece is going to drive me crazy because it's going to be the bane of the existence of this thing. There's just a way I can pull that out for just a moment. We're just going to pretend that doesn't exist. Ooh, ooh, look, we got something happening. We've got something happening here. All right, so let's keep it going with this. All right. Oops, I think I just may have ruined whatever was happening here. Let's try that again. We shall overcome.
spread it out. I do not know what's happening here. I'm just letting my hair curl where it wants to. This I'm actually just going to have to finger in. That's what she said. This is looking nothing like that style originally, because it was more like off to the side here. This one's a little different because it was brushed back from that V, but maybe this is what's creating the volume. I'm going to actually, once again, finger this, that's what she said, into place so that it doesn't look quite so icky. How does that look from where you're sitting? Yes, no? Come on guys, help me out here. I want this to be a wave that shows. Let's take out the perm rods now. I will brush this back and up because this, remember we brushed it up because it was going to be a nice victory roll up here. And then that we can actually pin into place. That's not quite as cute as I want it to be, so I'm going to put in a second one. Okay. And then this can get brushed out here. Same with this. This goes up. Oh man, I forgot there was supposed to be that fancy crisscross design in back. Well, let's see how this goes. And just for sake of this hairstyle, I'm going to go ahead and push these two curls forward a little bit. Get some definition. I really want these to be more like this. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to do the crisscross. Maybe I should try the crisscross. I don't know how she did the crisscross. Crisscross will make you jump, jump. I know I'm not the only one that thought that, so don't act superior. I'm not gonna do the quick and easy in a jiffy crisscross. I am just gonna go ahead and brush it straight forward. Okay, I definitely should have let those perm rods set a little bit longer or use more setting lotion, because you can see this side is falling to pieces. Let's take a look at it from the back. So there we have it, my attempt at a vintage setting pattern with no directions that left my hair looking absolutely nothing like the original image. So let's do a compare. So let's once again compare the vivacious Frances Guilford and my hair. And once again, this is why I don't like using the word tutorial, because I don't know what I'm doing. As you see, the outcome was completely different. What I do want to pass along to you is to not get frustrated, don't give up that it's not exactly the same. work with what your hair is wanting you to do. Try to figure it out, make it, make it work. Just, play with it a little bit. Your hair will tell you what it wants to do. And with that, you can go ahead and create your own fabulous 1940s authentic style. I really should have crisscrossed. So thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it if you've made it all the way through. If you did in fact like this, please like, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see. I think when it comes to tutorials, I'm definitely going to stick with the come along with me journey versus the this is how you do it, because half the time when I'm trying to do it this way, this is what ends up. So it's not exactly what Miss Guilford was wearing, but it's still pretty good in my book, and I know that it will look just as good in your book as well. So continue to practice. You can find me pretty much anywhere on social media at The Lolita Hayes. As I mentioned in my previous video, I do have a secondary channel that I'm not going to be uploading as much, but it will have more of the ooh-la-la type content on it, so feel free to follow that as well. That is The Lolita Hayes. This is just Lolita Hayes. Oh, and you can also follow my blog, The Vintage Starlet, which is vintagestarlet.blogspot.com. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I don't know why I did that.